and they just gave up a 40-yard rush to James Conner, who has 3 carries for 45 yards. Cardinals not to the red zone yet. We'll let you know if they get there. We got goal to go here.
As the Raiders tried to mount the comeback. 2nd down and goal from the 8. Play clock at 1. They just get the snap off, and the inside handoff for Slayton. Then Slayton down near the 3-yard line. D. Alford with the tackle. A pickup of 5, and that may be the final play.
Back in Chicago, 2nd and 10. Last time we checked in on the offense, it was a turnover involving Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze. This time Odunze makes the catch, going for extra yards, but he loses the football at the end, and it's called a turnover on the field. Here's a slow-mo look at it. Odunze going to the ground. You can't see a body part down right there. They call it a turnover, the 2nd of the 1st quarter for Chicago. Jack Campbell recovered it for the Lions defense, for what it's worth. All right, you see the slow motion effects coming in there in the Atlanta and New York Giants game. We will bookmark that one at the end of the 1st quarter and pick it back up with the Giants having excellent scoring opportunity. Oh, Tony Pollard, hello. Early submission for angry run of Week 16. Shout out my guy Kyle Brandt, running over a defender there. Tony Pollard trying to get to 1,300 scrimmage yards on the season today. Field goal up and no good. Cade York is your kicker for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he goes wide left, so the score remains 7-0 Cincinnati instead of 10. Weather turns here around Christmas and outdoor venues around the NFL. I'm not saying the weather caused that one, but the football does get a little tighter with the cold temperatures. Speaking of which, temperatures cold, but the sun shining in Jersey.
Blake Corum. Oh, he rockets up there and twists into the grasp of Adams, and he's up to the 33 on a gain of 6. And there's no Jalen Mills in the secondary today. Broke his collarbone last week. He's out. Michael Carter, their starting nickel cornerback.
We just got official word from the Philadelphia Eagles sideline. Jalen Hurts heading to the locker room being evaluated for a concussion. Jalen Hurts being evaluated for a concussion, so that means we'll see Kenny Pickett at least one more series for Philadelphia.
Right now it's 6 carries to 4 carries.
2nd down, 3, Nakua. Oh, Redwell, what a beautiful play by DJ Reed. Undercut him, and they lose about a half yard on the play, maybe a yard. Reed right it well. 2nd good defensive play by him.
Well, this is a play similar to what they had in the first series where they had Nakua going out the other direction. That time, boot to the right, or fake to the right, boot out to the left, and every time you see those low hits, you worry about the receiver's legs, but Nakua pops right up.
Stafford through the air for a 6. 5 in the secondary for the Jets. They need the 37. 3rd and 4. And across the middle with ease, Cooper Kupp. First catch today, tapped there by Oliver. 1st down, 40-yard line.
Out of the commercial timeout right now, we go 3rd and goal back to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The 2-yard line is where the Giants will try and punch it in from at the start of the 2nd quarter.
I expect them to try and get 7 and go for it on 4th and goal.
They're averaging almost 5 yards per carry. No running back, though. Tracy split out to the bottom of your screen. Robinson in motion on 3rd and goal. Lock to throw. Pressure comes. Lock in trouble. Looking. Throws back of the end zone. Tracy makes the catch. Toe taps for the touchdown.
What are we talking about, right? He's a converted wide receiver. He does a really nice job on this. He's going across the other way. He looks back. He sees his quarterback in trouble and comes back across the field, finds that soft spot, and watch him work the back of the end zone. Nice job, Tyrone Tracy.
Really good footwork. There's one.
I believe Tyrone Tracy played some receiver before he became a running back receiver earlier in his football career, not necessarily with the New York Giants, I'm saying. But what a job getting the feet down The extra point is up and good. The Giants, who currently hold the #1 pick in the draft, with an early lead in Atlanta. Detroit moving right down the field here. We're still in the first quarter. The Lions have about 150 yards total offense in the first quarter. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. People kind of thought the David Montgomery injury, not good for the Lions, but if you had to get a player injured at a position, that's the one for the Detroit Lions, because Jahmyr Gibbs, about as good as most starting running backs in the NFL. Gibbs with the 360 spin to get away for an 11-yard pickup. And now Jared Goff with a 3rd and 6 in the red zone.
3rd down and 6. Goff stands in the pocket, hit as he throws, and the pass incomplete. Pressure from Chris Williams.
This is a nice job, both coverage and the...
Arizona Cardinals trying to keep their playoff hopes alive and being blanked right now by Carolina, but Chad Ryland splits the sticks from 48 yards out. It's Carolina 7, Arizona 3.
In the secondary, sit back, see where the ball's going to throw, and right there they pick up a nice 3rd down conversion, or excuse me, nice 3rd down stop.
Bates hit from 30 earlier. This a 40-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So the Lions extend to a 13-0 lead. We'll be back right after these messages.
2 seconds on the clock. They'll still have to kick it off to end the first quarter there in Chicago. But Lions looking strong. Eagles looking strong here.
This is Frankie Louvu coming up with a pick. Stepped in front of A.J. Brown. The play that Washington had to have. They get the pick from Louvu.
I see. Come off cold off the bench. Kenny Pickett, maybe you're not quite ready. No, he's had the touchdown, but watch Frankie Louvu here. It looks like he's going to take Calcaterra to the flat and open up A.J. Brown, and then he just drops the flat and falls right underneath the snag route, and Louvu is Pickett's read.
Back in the Atlanta game with the young quarterback going under center. Penix Jr. wants a chunk. Oh, that's a nice ball. 22 yards. Accurate pass. Darnell Mooney with the catch and goes out of bounds. Penix Jr. 3 of 7, 46 yards passing.
Quinn wants as an identity here in Washington.
First time they find Terry McLaurin. Got a block from Jamison Crowder. Got a first down. Just one catch against the Eagles the first time around, and they are going to get it to him more.
Titans worked it into field goal range. Their kicker today is Braden Narveson, the former Green Bay Packer. Nick Folk, their excellent usual kicker, is out with an injury, and Narveson misses from 53 yards out. So the score remains 7-0 Tennessee. Matthew Stafford, clean pocket, but where was that pass going? He and Demarcus Robinson not on the same page. Interception for the New York Jets. They stopped that Rams drive. Okay, they had the turnover by Kenny Pickett. Now the Commanders are in the red zone.
Can't get away with much these days.
No, I mean, he kind of just shoves them. It was kind of like a two-hand shove that obviously determined it was well after he got rid of the ball.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 93. After distance penalty, automatic first down.
So they get Williams, who quietly is having a really good year. We talk a lot about Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, the first-round picks, but Milton Williams, who was a third-round pick 3 years ago, has had a breakout season himself.
He has. He's got one of the highest pass rush win rates of any interior defensive lineman in the entire league, and kind of gets lost with all the names, Jalen Carter and a lot of these premier defensive linemen, but you're right, he's having a resurgence here.
Robinson on first and goal. He was met in the hole by Nakobe Dean, who has blossomed for this defense as well.
Another quick dip look at the Atlanta offense. Penix Jr., the Heisman Trophy runner-up from last season, converts for a first down. Drake London able to haul it in. 10-yard pickup in ATL.
For the Commanders. Been excellent in the red zone lately. Dump it to Zacchaeus. Dropped it. It was going to be one-on-one with the Gene. Throw is a little bit out ahead of him, and it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, they love using Zacchaeus as kind of the move around. A lot more motion now in this Cliff Kingsbury offense, moving guys around, which I really...
And before the next Commanders snap, this was 3rd and 11 for Dorian Thompson-Robinson and the Cleveland offense. He went underneath. Not sure that was going to get the first down, even if it would have been complete, but the ball got batted to the ground, and it should lead to a Cleveland punt.
They've had a lot more motion, moving Terry McLaurin around.
3rd down and goal. You wonder if this is 4-down territory at this point. Daniels given time. He's got a man for a touchdown. It's Jamison Crowder. Crowder, who's missed a lot of this season with a calf injury, just came back last week for his first game since September, and he's got his first touchdown of the year here.
Well, you mentioned they've been so good in the red zone. Watch Jamison Crowder. Nice patience. Selling like he's going to block for De'Ame Brown in the flat. And then the trigger there, you got to put somebody in that position that has some patience. The last thing you want to do is rush it, sell it, and then the second the defensive back bites, that's your trigger to the back of the end zone.
Man, this thing already felt like it was on thin ice. And then Frankie Louvu came up with a big play from the defense, the interception.
Game on in Washington. It's a 14-7 matchup. Matchup here, Arizona and Carolina. Couple of Heisman Trophy winning #1 overall quarterbacks, Kyler Murray and Bryce Young. And Carolina's QB goes for 34 yards on the scramble, kind of looking like Kyler Murray on that play right there. First down Panthers, who have a 7-3 lead. Titans missed the field goal. Anthony Richardson and the Colts want to make them pay. They just ran it into the red zone.
They give it to Taylor, and Taylor bounces to his left. Taken down by Kenneth Murray.
Another field goal attempt for Atlanta. Riley Patterson missed his first kick. This one from 52 is true. So the Falcons open up their scoring. Giants 7, Atlanta 3.
And move the chains.
I don't know if I've ever used that word during a game.
I'm impressed.
I was pretty proud of
really
that one,
good.
actually.
Princeton education coming
Analyzing.
out.
That's
Every once in a while.
right. 2nd down and 5. Mo Alley Cox checks back in. He's on the far side of that offensive line.
They got man on Pittman up top.
To Taylor again, into the crowd, and he moves the pile down to the 5. Gain of 2.
Back at MetLife Stadium, 4th and 1 from their own 34, and they're going, and where is the spot? They are not going to get there. The Jets with a big gamble. Of course, they've got the interim head coach and Jeff Ulbrich. He decided to be aggressive, and that turns it over to Sean McVay and the Rams. We'll check back when we can.
Or at least the option of it for Richardson.
You think to the right, quarterback run to the right. There is Pittman. Nope, to the left. He's got blockers. Moves the pile into the end zone. Goes in standing. Touchdown Richardson. His 6th rushing touchdown of the year.
Ross, you called it with the numbers advantage. When they get outside, the Colts have the numbers advantage.
And watch Quentin Nelson, okay? This is what you're looking for. Follow Big 56. He will lead you to the promised land. You do not want to be Jarvis Brownlee a corner and see 335-pound Quentin Nelson running at you. That is Colts football. That is what has to be Colts football.
The point after is good. Tied up at 7. Anthony Richardson.
That is the 6th rushing touchdown by Anthony Richardson on the season. That great dual threat ability and that offensive line pushing out in front of him. 3rd and 7 in Carolina.
As Young has room to run again if he wants it. He'll keep. He gets a good block. There's a flag down around the 5 as he goes in for a touchdown.
Illegal contact, defense, number 23. That penalty for flag. The play is a touchdown.
Illegal contact against Arizona. Yeah, who would have guessed another penalty? But Chuba Hubbard threw a great block on this 23-yard touchdown run.
Well, if you're going to, like we talked about, if you're going to get man-to-man coverage, you're going to try to bring pressure on Young. You're going to have opportunities here with all the backs turned toward you to go out there and make a play. Nice block by Chuba Hubbard, as you mentioned. And there he is, just scrambling into the corner of the end zone. Bryce Young leading his football team right now, and these are the things they're getting excited about in Carolina.
When I asked you about do they have their franchise quarterback, well, he's showing, and we saw progress as the extra point is off the mark by Pinheiro.
Yeah, that's no good. So the score is 13-3 Carolina, but Bryce Young doing some nice things there. Back in the Philadelphia-Washington game, we told you Philly clinches the division with a win. Washington can clinch a playoff spot with a win and an Atlanta loss and a Seattle or Rams loss.
Barkley carries it 20 times per game. Has room, and there he goes. Saquon Barkley showing the speed. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown from 68. Barkley over 100 yards in the first quarter in Washington.
Yeah, so this is a really good job there by Kenny Pickett. He's checking, so it's a two-way play. They can run the counter lead either to the right or the left based on the front. And obviously, when you have one of the best backs of this generation behind this offensive line with this scheme, man, it's pretty special.
Yet again, starting to look at Eric Dickerson's mark, single-season NFL record.
Yeah, you can hear the announcers in the game talking about it. That's what we're talking about in the Red Zone studio. Saquon Barkley, he needed 139 yards per game today, next week, and in the season finale to break Eric Dickerson's record. 139 is what he needs for the game. He has 109, and we're still in the first quarter. 7 carries, $109, 2 touchdowns, and the Eagles flexing in the nation's capital. It's 21-7 with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Rams on the doorstep.
Kyron Williams, Nakua the block. That is a Rams touchdown. So the Jets gamble on 4th and 1 at their 34. They don't get the first, and the gamble didn't pay off, and the Rams cash in on a 2-yard touchdown run to tie the game at 6.
Well, the Rams take full advantage of that field position. One big screen play, a couple of runs, and Kyron Williams getting it into the end zone as they'll try and take the lead here with the extra point.
He's got
Rams on the board for the first time. They'll double check to make sure Kyron didn't have an elbow down beforehand. We got a quarterback sack, and it's the man who came into the week leading the league in sacks. Trey Hendrickson, excellent edge rusher for Cincinnati, gets his 13th and a half sack. Oh, Jared Goff going deep, has a man, Jamison Williams, home run, touchdown, Detroit.
82 yards.
Remember when I said his speed pops off film, Kenny? Jamison Williams is ridiculously fast, and there's Tyreek Stevenson. He's playing off man. Jonathan Owens, they both underestimate how fast Jamison Williams is. Jared Goff put all of his arm into that throw, and Jamison Williams runs right under it for a beautiful touchdown for the Lions.
For Williams, that's his 5th reception of at least 50 yards. This season, it's a career long.
This was why they drafted him. Even when he had the injury, they said when he comes back 100%, he is the wide receiver that blows the top off the defenses, as he just did right there.
Lions have scored on all 4.
Yeah, we said the Lions establishing that hunger again. You can see that 20-0 Detroit all over Chicago. 2nd and 1 for Jaden Daniels, and Terry McLaurin takes the pass, gets the first down, and says holiday greetings to the man who was covering him.
You mentioned Cliff Kingsbury pulled him into the office and he said, look, we got to stop protecting you. For us to have a shot, we've got to be as aggressive as we possibly can. And Jaden said, good, that's what I want. I mean, he's always been the guy. Lean on me again, he said. And more as this month has gone on, they've gotten back to that. You got the sense that this is going to kind of be the Mona Lisa, that whole approach today, if they're going to have a chance. Aggressive as can be. Robinson, no gain. Dean, another tackle. Gemma in there as well. This is going to be a tall task for Washington today as they try to keep the offense going against this Eagles defense. Vic Fangio has turned this defense around, 30th in the NFL last year to #1 this year. And against a good Pittsburgh offense last week, gave up just 163. It's the lowest total for the Steelers in 14 years. Flag down. Daniel zips one. McLaurin has the catch against Mitchell. See what the call's for.
I think this is going to come back. I think Terry McLaurin was moving forward.
Illegal motion, offense number 17, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So 2nd down and a little shorter after we show you what just happened in the Giants-Falcons game. Drew Lock looking to pass. Drew Lock picked off. Reading the eyes of the quarterback is Jesse Bates III, and he takes it 55 yards for the pick 6. What type of celebration? He'll hit the Deion. Prime time, prime time, prime time, where Deion Sanders' Hall of Fame career began in the ATL. Jesse Bates with the pick 6 of Drew Lock, who's actually 10 of 15 for 75 yards and a touchdown, but a costly error there. The penalty, by the way, was against the Giants and declined. Atlanta is up 10-7. Oh, what do we got there? Botched handoff, it would appear, in the backfield, and Carolina pounces on top of it. Bottom of the pile, let's see who comes away with it. It is the Carolina defense. Big 92 Jonathan Harris comes away with the football for Carolina. So Arizona shoots themselves in the foot. They're down 10, and Carolina has good field position. 3rd and 1. Mason Rudolph with a deep bootleg takes a shot to the ribs as he throws a duck. The hit undoubtedly forced the duck to the air. Incomplete, and that'd bring up 4th down. Cincinnati is back inside the red zone.
They're still trying to grow, expand with Didi in so many ways, not just his passes and all that stuff on the field, but also the mental part.
Okay, so Cincinnati on the move, and not surprisingly, it comes through the passing game. Joe Burrow stepping up in the pocket, throwing. Andre Yoshivas for the 15-yard pickup, and Joe Burrow and the guys have a 2nd and 5. From the 14-yard line. We're going to double in Carolina right now, because after the turnover by Arizona, it is a 1st and goal Panthers, although a timeout coming, so we can go full to Cincinnati.
Do all this other stuff. You also have Chase Brown, who is a weapon in the pass game, but also running the football, as we've seen in this game.
Burrow on 2nd and 5 over the middle to Higgins. And he is going to be stood up about 1.5 yards short of the 1st down. The line to gain is the Cleveland 9. course, the big offseason topic around here, what's going to happen with these two wide receivers and their contract situation, Chase and Higgins. That is going to go a long way to determining where this franchise goes from here.
I mean, it's tough. It's a great luxury to have. You know, at least one of them is going to be here. And there's only so much money to go around, though. And as you've seen this team, there's a lot of different holes and pieces that they need on this roster to get back into the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
Here is Brown, darts inside the 10. That'll be a first down, goal to go for Cincinnati.
Hey, remember that huge play? Look at the left side of the screen. That's the wide receiver coach for Detroit. You might remember him if you're a longtime football fan. That's Antoine Randall L. Played 9 years in the NFL, most of which for Pittsburgh, won a Super Bowl with the Steelers. Wide receiver coach for Detroit saw his number 2 wide receiver there, Jameson Williams, go the distance for the long one. Randall L. celebrating as Detroit has a 20-point lead.
Cleveland rushes 4. Burrow weaves his way, looking, fires back in the end zone for Chase and incomplete.
Be 2nd and goal for Cincinnati after we sneak in a Jets update. 2nd and 5, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. First down into Rams territory, a 13-yard pickup. Aaron Rodgers, 11 of 13, 106 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown went to Devontae Adams, who has 4 grabs for 41 yards. We'll keep you posted on the JETS. We've got red zone here and commercial timeout in Carolina with the Panthers having it inside the 20.
It was Emerson on the coverage. Bush coming with the pressure. Burrow's pass boy trying to thread the needle to the end zone. And Higgins, the intended receiver, Bush was there making a terrific play for the Browns defense.
You know, really, 3rd and goal. You look at this defense and look at their linebackers, Devin Bush and Jordan Hicks.
The reason the Panthers game went to a stoppage is Jonathan Gannon, he threw the red challenge flag on this reception. I think he thought that's almost the angle from the Cardinals sideline, I believe. So I think he thought it had hit the ground. They took a look at it, and they upheld the ruling on the field. So David Moore, the catch is good. 1st and goal Carolina, 3rd and goal for Joe Burrow.
Burrow slinging one into the end zone for the touchdown. It's Yossi.
Boone has it. Dean Blandino, our rules analyst. Dean, you were watching closely.
It's a touchdown pass of 6.
A really nice read by Joe Burrow because Cleveland, they are in a double, both outside receivers. So you're going to get a safety go to the left. They're doubling Higgins, they're doubling Chase, and that means wide open in the middle, no help.
Have a Merry Christmas. If we don't catch up with you, you'll be watching the rest of the game. Happy holiday to you and all watching as Bryce Young handles the low snap. Fires in the corner part of the end zone. There's a flag down in the area of Jalen Coker.
It's going to be another penalty on Arizona. I think it's going to be on Max Melton.
The rookie from Rutgers.
There is no foul on the play for offensive pass interference because the pass was unclear.
All right. While they mark off that yardage, let's show you Indianapolis.
On 1st down, it's Taylor again. And Taylor explodes. Taylor's into the open field. He has 1 man to beat. No chance. And he'll hold on to the ball with 2 hands into the end zone. Touchdown, Colts, 65 yards. For the 2nd quarter, pivotal point for the Arizona defense here to keep Carolina out of the end zone, but they will not. That's a touchdown from Bryce Young to Adam Thielen.
Through the goal line, 0% chance he wasn't going to go at least to the O in Indianapolis before he put that ball down.
The point after is good. It's 14-7.
Well, you saw it all there, Tom. The patience and then the explosion from Jonathan Taylor, seeing it, reading his offensive line, and then getting all the way to the back of the end zone.
wide receiver, and they just drop him.
Pinheiro with the extra point. That's 8 straight games, by the way, for Bryce Young with a touchdown pass. This is how it began, the exchange between Murray and Michael Carter. And then Kyler Murray to Thielen. And it's, wow.
Hey, you know, Bryce Young, he's showing some things in the back half of the season. Bryce Young was benched and came back as the starter in Week 8. Week 8 till today, he's thrown at least 1 touchdown in every one of those games. Carolina with a 20-3 lead.
Inside the 10-yard line.
I think he
comes out. Cooper DeJean's on top of it. And it looks like the Eagles have their second takeaway of the day. DeJean, the fumble recovery. Robinson hadn't fumbled all season. He's fumbled twice in this first half. Well, against a team you just cannot afford to make these mistakes. He's made a couple.
Two first-half fumbles for the starting running back for the Washington Commanders, and that one in the red zone. Eagles take the football back, and they have a 14-point lead. 4th down here, Caleb Williams is going, has all day to throw. The Lions drop back in coverage, but they couldn't cover Rome Odunze that long. Odunze gobbles up the pass, and that moves the sticks for Chicago. Nice play, rookie to rookie.
The first option was Keenan Allen. He wasn't open. It was nice coverage, and then Rome Odunze, he's running across the field.
All right, that was just that was a moment ago, and that Detroit and Chicago game has gone to a TV timeout, maybe an injury timeout. I didn't see the nature of the circumstances which set them to break, but you see that's the only team with the red outline. That's the only team in the red zone at the moment. So big picture, you're seeing 7 games going on across the National Football League. The 1-seed Lions looking like the team that might be the best in the NFC, coming back from that loss to Buffalo. The Philadelphia Eagles looking strong in their divisional matchup with the Commanders, trying to get the division title. And if Eagles win that game, by the way, Philadelphia will be guaranteed either the 1 seed or the 2 seed. They cannot drop any further if they get their 13th win of the season. The 4-seed Rams, first place in the NFC West, tied up with the Jets at 6-6. Both the Rams and the Jets missed extra points. That's why it is 6-6. We cut to Cleveland here, but I just got word, a breaking news update. Jalen Hurts has been ruled out for the rest of the game for Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts ruled out. He is in concussion protocol right now. We will not see the star quarterback for the Eagles for the rest of the day.
They've been a heavily pass-first offense. They're number 2 in the league. They throw it 40 times a game. Some of that is because
he almost fumbled it at the end of the play.
You see Pratt almost gets that ball out, but they've been a heavy pass-first offense. I don't believe you will be successful, even down by 14, with Dorian Thompson-Robinson throwing it 40 times in this game.
Mike Hilton getting him around the shoe tops. And another sack produced by this Bengals defense.
Another excellent blitz. He is just tremendous off the edge. Look at how he beats the block by Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore is trying to crack him. He beats it. He's able to get back upfield, get to the legs of Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and make another Spiro. How many negative plays? 3 times already. Hey,
let's cut real quick to New Jersey. 4th and 3. The Jets lining up to go.
There was a lot of stuff going on that play, and I don't know if that was exactly executed the way it was designed.
4th and 3. Messy pocket. Flag is thrown. Lazard the catch. Tackle made by Quentin Lake. He's got the first down yardage as of now to the 22. They get 12 on 4th and 3. But let's see what the flag is all about.
Offside. Defense number 39. The penalty is declined.
He's out of the play. It's the first down. Couple penalties against the Rams today. They are the second.
Back in Washington, the word has passed up and down the Philadelphia sideline. Jalen Hurts done for the rest of the day. And the first offensive snap after that, Kenny Pickett sending it skyward into double coverage. But if you're going to throw to someone doubled up, that man is a good option. Swole Batman, as he wanted to be known a couple years ago. A.J. Brown, 43 yards on the catch. He has 4 grabs for 65 yards and a touchdown. Just fights off the defensive back, makes the catch. All sorts of breathing room for Philadelphia. In fact, that one crossed over into midfield. We'll pick up the closest team to the red zone at the moment and get you back to the Detroit game, which is Chicago in the red zone in about 30 seconds.
Making the stop, Kobe Turner with a hand on him, gain of 4. Down to the 19. Coming up in the Verizon halftime report, the guys are getting it ready. JB and the crew for the latest NFL scores, highlights, and news from this Week 16 in the NFL. All coming up, the Verizon halftime report. 2nd down 6. And the Jets have all their timeouts like the Rams. Good-looking drive for Hall. Rodgers quickly dropped another one. Lazard, his second.
Well, I'm going to put that on the sun again, just like the drop pick 6 in the first series of the game. Looking back into the sun. This time Lazard is looking right back into it.
And the Bears game went to a
Jets have all their timeouts like the Rams. Good-looking drive for Hall. Rodgers quickly dropped another one. Lazard, his second.
Well, I'm going to put that on the sun again, just like the drop pick 6 in the first series of the game. Looking back into the sun. This time Lazard is looking right back into it.
And the Bears game went to a